Let's spin the wheel and find out who we're playing today, build a competitive deck, and go from there. The best way to learn to play against decks is to play decks, so let's see what we get. We get green, white beard, or why did I say green? I said green. We get red, white beard right here. The OP03 meta is coming back into play with this leader. Let's build a competitive deck for the OP08 structure of the game and see what we can make happen. So let's build the deck and get into a battle. Alright, so here's the full deck profile. Obviously we have Newgate, 6,000 attack, 6 life. A big difference from any other leader in the game as far as I know. Add one card from the top of your life to your hand at the end of every turn. Okay, can be very scary, but that's why we're playing Atmos. If your leader, when attacking, if your leader is Edward Newgate, you don't take that damage, which is really helpful in late game if we need it. We're obviously going to play the Kid Killer. It's just a staple in any red deck. The Sanji as well for the 2k blocker, or 2k counter, but it also has a strong effect to go up to 7k and give it to 2 Rested Dawn if we need. The Newgate is a great card, gives your leader plus 2,000 at the start of your next turn, until the start of your next turn, which is super defensive, makes us an 8k body that they really have to swing really heavy into. So that's our goal, and the same reason we're playing this, King Do. So whenever we block with him, because we can just toss him as a blocker to the side, we give the leader plus 2k. We're also playing the Radical Beam to give plus 4k, and the Guard Point to give plus 3k. That's just going to help us be super defensive. It's the same reason we're playing a lot of 2k bodies like the Jozu. If you have 2 or less life, you can give it Rush. If we need Rush, we have it in the moment. If not, we have a 2k. This is going to help for our power. We lower the power of some of their stuff. The Ace is going to be really nice because it gives minus 3,000 power and Rush because we have Whitebeard Pirates. This is just a recurring blocker that we just tossed one out of our deck for no reason, didn't mean to. This is just going to be our generic searcher with the 1k counter. Monkey D. Luffy for the 2k counter and 5k if we need it for only 3 costs. We've already gone over Atmos and King Do. We have the other Ace, which is just a 5k or 5 cost 6k Rush, with also the effect to go minus 2k power instead of being destroyed. So once per turn, we can do that instead and kind of make them have to attack into him twice to really kill him. So I think the Moby Dick will also help if we have 1 or less life. All of our Whitebeard characters gain plus 2,000. I forgot Moby Dick was banned, so we're actually just going to be playing the same thing, just with 4 of these, 4 of these, and 3 of these instead of the Moby Dick, because I forgot Moby Dick was banned. So we're going to be going against a blue-green Sanji Zoro. Obviously, I already know the effect of this because we've played it. I want to go second here to get the extra Dawn. We're actually going to mulligan here and get a worse hand, because that is what always happens when you mulligan. We have nothing to play and nothing to do, so we're just going to have to intern here and hope for the best. Take 1 life and go on to the next. We can drop Marco on curve. We can drop Jozu for the rush. Actually, we want to get the rush out of it. So if you have 3 or more cards, draw 1 card. We're definitely not going to be taking this damage. He's going to return. No, he's not going to pop that effect yet. So no blocker. We're just going to drop 1 of these because we don't need this many at the time and just resolve the attack. They're kind of dead cards, and we definitely need the bodies in our hand. Not against playing the Marco here. Let's swing life for 6. See what he kind of does. We might drop this early, which I don't think would be a bad idea. Or we can play Luffy, but he's not going to do much for us right now. So I think we just get a blocker on board and pass turn. It'll be for safety in the future, and I'm kind of scared. So this is definitely really strong. I don't know how strong it is against a Warlord-style deck, but he's playing Killer, Supernova style. So I don't know what the Supernova build of this does, which makes me a little scared. I play this deck with my buddy Aaron, and it does not play like this. So I try to play the green Sanji, or the blue Sanji into the green Zoro, and try to pop 2 off of it. So he's going to play the Rebecca here, rest up to one of your opponent's characters at the cost of 4 or less. So now he could, swing. Technically, well, he can't swing now. It's not going to do anything, but all right, so he stopped the blocker from happening with the sugar. I don't know why he did that because it didn't do anything. I guess it's just to get the rest again next turn. We're definitely going to counter out of this because we don't want to take that unnecessary damage for the time being. It definitely puts us in a better spot not to. So we'll swing the 6 to life, see what he does here. He probably pops the blocker or counters. Yep, pops the blocker there. So what we can do now is swing. Let's go 6 to life and see what he does. Hopefully he takes it, but if not, he'll drop a 2k from his hand. If he takes it, we'll drop Kid Killer and swing into life for 4, leaving 1 up for guard point next turn. But of course, he will block out of it. So I still think we play Kid Killer and swing into life for 5 and see what we can do there. Nothing wrong with that. We now have the guard point, and we have this, the blocker that gives plus 2k to our leader during this turn. So we can block with it, give him 2k, and be an 8k body. At the end of the day, he can prioritize wiping our board versus killing our leader, because our leader is going to kill us. So that's the scary part. Oh, shit. He drops a pudding on us, which is a little scary, I'm not going to lie, but he can easily return the pudding into his hand, which is really strong, because if we start to build up, you know, it can definitely stop us from doing so. He's going to swing at the Kid Killer, returning pudding probably to his hand. He may leave it on board just for now. He can use it next turn as a body. We're just going to have to let Kid Killer die because we lost what we had, and he kind of saw that we did. So we're definitely going to try to get this out this turn. Maybe we drop 6 to life here. We now have Kid Killer. See what he does here. And then we probably drop the blocker, or we can drop Atmos to kind of save us for our next turn, which I'm kind of not against. If there's a way to lower his stuff. But being on 8, I think we play on curve. We shouldn't play for the extra. We already have a blocker on board. So now we're going to drop... Oh, counter. Counter. Give up to one of your leaders plus... So that's going to definitely change what we do here. Now maybe we do play on curve. We drop this to grab... Let's grab the ace back to give something less. And then it also will have rush, so we could swing straight to life. But I think, again, we go wide here. Kind of stay safe and just pass turn. We'll take the damage, but we'll be at 2, and we have a strong board built up. He doesn't have much to really wipe this board unless he plays the Gravitino whatever, which does not really scare me in this situation. Because he'll just get rid of 2 lower end cards. Even if he gets rid of both of our blockers and kind of starts swinging to life, I feel like we have enough in our hand to be safe. So, okay, Captain Kid, that's gonna be a bit tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a little tough. So we'll take that one to the dome. We'll definitely swing heavy into it next turn. He's gonna get a 3 out for free, and he can't put a Dawn on this to use its effect, which is really nice. Means we don't have to worry about pudding in his hand or anything like that. He's probably just going to get a blocker out, which would not surprise me. He didn't even use its effect. Okay, well, he didn't even use the effect, so I don't know if he knows what he's doing. So we're just going to swing 6 into life. He definitely messed up. Because then we can drop 2 onto this if we need. Go 7, and then drop this. But I think we saved this, actually. So I think we go... That just showed us he has no 2k counters in hand, so we can swing 6. Alright, we're okay with that as well. We can drop this, swinging 6 to life, and then next we'll drop Kid Killer for 7. And that should be game at that point. He doesn't have the counter in his hand. He didn't play the kid correctly. I don't even know what that was, I'm going to be honest. So that was a quick one. We're going to go on to the next one and see what we can make happen. Quick into the next one, we're playing a similar deck structure, except this is going to be the Warlord style Doflamingo. A lot more scary, a lot quicker play. Let's see if we should keep this hand. We've already got the Kid Killer, but I think we should mulligan just in case. Maybe we shouldn't have. So I guess we'll just pass turn here. We definitely have the Radical Beam now if we need it. It's not going to do too much this early, but once per turn, place 1 card from the top of your deck attached. Okay. I thought he could have... No, he couldn't swing. So we can play on curve here, play the 3, swing life for 6. So this teach is going to just allow him to go a little stronger. I think we just play the blocker and go from there. Maybe we play the Luffy to play a strong body. Yeah, I think actually we'll do this for now. We don't know what he has in his hand to kind of destroy our stuff. We now have Atmos, which puts us in a safe spot. So next turn we can play him and get a little more safety net. He's got the Jinbei into the Boa. Look at the top 3, set it up. This is why I play blue-green how I do with the Warlords, because you can set up a lot of your deck with its effect. He only has the 1 Dawn on it, so we'll go no blocker and drop a 1k from hand. I'd actually like to drop... Let's drop the ace here of all things. Surprisingly, but I think it's a good card to have out. So let's swing 6 to life. No, because then he can just balance out for 1. We definitely need to get Atmos out. Yeah, let's swing 6 to life and just make him counter out with the boa, which I'm okay with. And then we could either go 7 and then get the blocker. And yeah, let's just take the damage for now. I don't think we kill the... Do we kill the boa? No, we swing life. And then we'll play the blocker out for 3 and just pass turn. We take the life damage, but again, that just gives us more counter in our hand. He can swing 1, 2 to life. He can attach the 2, place 1 card from your hand to the top of your deck, attach 2 Rested Dawn. Lets him set that up if he needs to. No blocker. I think we just dropped the 1k here right now with Atmos because we have 2 in hand, and I'd rather keep this guy alive if possible or force him to swing into it with more bodies for only a 1k versus going any higher. He has 6 Dawn, so he's going to probably try to put 2 onto this and then play a 4-cost Jinbei, which would not surprise me. Now we just let it die. I don't think it's worth putting all the extra into it or anything. And it's definitely not worth putting our King Do in, which is going to help us in a time that we really badly need it. We can basically just make him an 8k blocker. What does that do? No blocker. Oh, he returned it to my hand. And then we'll drop the 1k Searcher because I don't think the Searcher is going to do too much on curve for us. And then we're probably going to just drop another 1k out of hand. Let's actually drop the Sanji. I really don't want to be taking this much damage this early. You can see that his deck is very efficient here. So we're definitely going to have to swing into Jinbei for 6. Gives us 7, so we can play on curve, or we can keep these 2. I definitely think we need to play the Atmos out. And I think we need to play him back out. And then we just pass turn here, which is going to keep us safe for now. We're down to 2 life, but with the Atmos, we don't have to worry about it now that we're at this point. But he can play the Gravity Blade, so that's definitely going to be a tough one. We can just take that one. Up to 1 year leader gains plus 1,000. Use trigger. Give it to him. That'll put us at 7k. So he's got to swing everything with 7. He can't do that. The most he could have done is 1 more swing. So still safe. Still don't have to worry. But now we've got 9. That Gravity Blade definitely hurt. This is just going to KO the Sengoku, which doesn't do much. I'd rather have some damage on board. So if we could... I wish we were at 10 to play this and this at the same turn. But we're not. So we kind of just have to take what we have. I think we just get bodies on board the best we can. Swing 6 to life. Hopefully he takes the 1. But he doesn't because they play so much 2k counter in this deck. And then we'll play this. Dropping 1 onto it. And swinging 6 to life. He's definitely going to have to prioritize killing this now, which is okay with me. And then when we end turn, though, this is basically a game over.